All right, can you just kick it off here? Just your overall takeaways from that first match here to kick off the MLS Next Pro season.
I mean, I think if you look at the positives first, I thought there was a lot of control of the game in really key moments. I think we had a number of guys with their professional debuts that proved that they should have been on the field. So that's a really big positive for us. And I think that at the end of the day, we're always looking for learning moments. So a game like this is an opportunity to teach as well. I think if you look at the negatives, we didn't finish our chances. We created a number of opportunities. You know, that game could have been put away early on in the second half, and you know, the management of it is much different. I think we allowed them to stay in the game. We had a little lull, but even until the end, you know, we're dominating the ball in certain areas for big portions of the game, and it's a game where momentum is a funny thing, and we have to be more ruthless in front of goal. We have to be cleaner when it comes to finishing our opportunities. But you know, I hope what people saw was a system that's new. It's a system that I think really highlights the qualities of the players that we have, and we're going to have to grow into that.
We've spoken about Exxon's qualities, powerful, speed, and good in transition play. We saw that early on in the first half, and also to win the penalty and on his goal score. Mm-hmm. Talk about how happy that makes you to see it this early on in the season, in his debut, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it yesterday. And I think I said it in media this week. It just wait and see what this kid has, and I was extremely happy with how effective he was. Not only with the ball, but one of the big key areas has him been without the ball. So his defending side of things, and I thought he was very disciplined. He was very brave. But yeah, he had a goal that I thought was taken really well. Through the penalty, he could have had 2 assists if we'd finished the opportunities. But it's exciting, you know. I think the big key for him is we need to build his robustness so that he can do that for 90 minutes. And an athlete like his quality, you have to manage that, and you have to build that part of his game.
Without having to look at the tape, what can you attribute, the last 10 minutes of the game? Is it fatigue, or because we saw a little bit of that last season as well? Yeah,
we talked about it. It's very similar to the first 2 games of last season. I think the way the game was played, the way the games were played in the first 2 games of last season, it was a bit more open. I think there's a comfort level when you have the ball, and you have the ball the way we did, and you create the opportunities that we did, and it tees a team up for grabbing the momentum and then putting you on the back foot. We have to be much better in managing the game. So managing the fact that it's 80 minutes, we're up 1-0. Maybe the solution is not just continue to give them the ball back. Maybe we could be more aggressive with the ball, kill the game off with the ball, higher up the field. And I think it was the message that I gave to the boys is, we'll have to go back and look at it. But there was a turning point where it felt you could feel the shift. And the big thing, I think, with all players is they've got to feel that as well. And the solution can't just be sit in, let's just protect the goal. Like, we have to still be aggressive with the ball.
And the last one, you mentioned you hope the fans saw the new system in play. We were talking in the press box. It looks very similar to the first team style of play. Is that because we've spoken that this is a development focus? Is that the idea?
Yeah, it's tough. What we don't want is we don't want players that play here to be doing something or be in a system that is drastically different than the first team. Obviously, players dictate that. So, it's different when you have a Griffin Dorsey and you have some other guys like that. But we want to make sure that we give the guys, when they're with the second team, the best opportunity to showcase what it would look like with the first team. So you're going to see some similarities. And I think, for us, it's really important that, and I said this to Ben yesterday, it also helps that the players that we have fit the system, and that just shows the progression of the club, where we're bringing in profiles that match what the profiles are needed for the first team.
Thank you, Mr. Bundy.
Thank you.
And then I wanted to ask you 2 questions. First of all, what does it feel to have Ben and his assistant coach here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I meet with those guys every day. I'm in their office every day. I think it's important, just as important for me to be at their games. So I think it's great that they're able to come out, and it's important that they get to see the live players. They get to see, you know, the players that they're potentially excited about for the first team. But I think the most exciting thing was that might have been the most people that we had in 2 years. So I saw some makeshift Dynamo 2 shirts that were fantastic. You know, I think it's really exciting that people are seeing that this is potentially going to be the future of the first team down the road. So, you know, having that support, it also adds a layer. When you have those people, it adds a layer of development for the players because there's pressure. And that's the side of things that I don't think people realize, is the more pressure we can put on another team, the better environment that we can create, the better and the faster it develops our players.
And then I also wanted to ask you about Achara. He had not played in a while, right? How does these minutes help him out, and how will he get adjusted?
Yeah, it's been a long road for him. And I saw him last night at the first team game, and we spoke privately about what the goals I have for him are, and basically what his goals are. But I think he's had a tough 2 years. It's really trying when you have the injuries that he's had to build yourself back up and keep yourself motivated. His attitude has shown that he's ready to do that. I think we're going to see some really good things out of him. I'm really proud of the way that he came on the field. I think he brings an unbelievable presence in the locker room. But I'm just excited to see where the season is for him.
I'll wrap up there. Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you.